So just a standard day at Minster FM. Superstar Tito Jackson signing his new album, Tito Time, and using Roxy as a desk.
Absolutely, old school. Like at school when you'd go, just lean on my back.
It works.
We're friends. It's all good.
And Tito, you've been taught how to give a good Yorkshire welcome by Roxy. Do you want to give us an A up?
Huh?
Hey up.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
This is Minster FM. Today, it's hard to sum it up. When you say superstar, it gets bandied around too much, but we have a genuine superstar with us in the studio, Tito Jackson. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey up. Come on, Tito. I've taught you that.
Doing, Roxanne?
Give me
hey,
an hey up. I love it when Motown comes to Minster. Yes, North Yorkshire, we have a Motown legend. He's not just an incredible talent, he's a dear friend, he's an exceptional guy, and I've taught him A up.
And also as well done, Rox, for not crying, because Tito, Roxy told me last time you two were together, she was so excited to meet you that she actually just sort of fell down in a heap and started crying.
I didn't cry on Tito, I cried on Jackie, because it was when the Jacksons were performing at Haydock Park last summer, and I got very emotional because they were the soundtrack to my upbringing, because Mummy Monica plays the Jacksons all the time.
Tito, do you almost think, oh no, we've got another crier, they're crying on us again?
It's okay, Roxy. Cry on my show.
Oh, Tito, I love you.
Sam.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming in and taking some time out, because I know how busy you are. You have got not just Tito Time out, the incredible album, which we're going to talk about in a second, but you've got so many dates in the diary for this summer with the Jacksons, and you've been working on a new album with BB King's Blues Band. Can you tell us an exclusive? What's it all about? What's happening?
Well, earlier this year, I decided to get with BB's Blues Band. I think it was somewhere around November. I had traveled to Jackson, Mississippi, and I was receiving a special blues award for my blues. And on the way back to Memphis, we were passing Indianola, Mississippi, which is BB King's hometown. That's where he was born and raised. And his museum is there as well. So I said to my friend Terry, Terry, we gotta go see BB King's museum. So while we were there, of course, we were looking all through the memorabilia and things of that sort. And the manager of the museum came over to us and introduced himself and that. And so I said to him, what is the band doing right now? He said, well, not a whole lot. BB always wanted them to work as much as they could after he passed away. So he left permission for them to be able to use his name as BB King's Blues Band. And I said, well, that's a great idea. I said, do you think they would mind doing some shows with me?
I don't think they would mind.
So the manager was very excited. And he said, that's a fabulous idea. Let me get with BB King's estate and see if they're interested in something like that. I'm pretty sure they would be. So anyhow, to make a long story short, he did approach them, and they welcomed my idea, and we took it from there to rehearsals and things of that nature, put together a show. And so far this year, we've already done just 2 shows, but this summer we have a string of concert dates in America.
Wow, do you think you'll bring it over here to the UK?
Our plan is to come to the UK.
Can we come? Can we come?
It sounded like you just got a world exclusive out of Tito Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And has this been happening in Memphis? Have you guys been rehearsing?
Well, I did. Yes, we rehearsed in Houston, Texas.
Ooh.
And then New Year's Eve, we did a concert in Memphis on Beale Street.
Oh.
And 2 days later, we traveled down to Biloxi, Mississippi, and did a concert at a casino there.
That's incredible. I feel like you should have told me you were in Memphis.
I didn't
you
know.
kept that quiet, Tito,
Well,
and I've been twice, and I'm going again in a few weeks. And you could be my tour guide, because I feel like you know Beale Street better than me.
I know it a little bit.
Yeah, you know all the places to eat and to
go
play live
and hang
music.
out. Exactly.
Oh, wow. Because has BB King been a hero of yours since you were a young child?
Ever since I was a kid, my father and my Uncle Luther, they both played a lot of blues, and of course BB was one of their favorite blues players, so it grew on me, and I've always considered BB King as my guitar hero.
Oh, and now look, and now you're part of the band.
Yeah.
That's gonna be amazing,
Like
especially
I
when we
always
hear
said, I
it.
could never stand in B.B. King's shoes because he is the king of blues. But it's a great pleasure to stand behind him.
Absolutely.
Roxy mentioned the album Tito Time.
Yes.
We're going to play a track from the album, so we're going to ask you to choose your favourite that you want us to play. But tell us about the album. If for people who've never heard your stuff for the last couple of years, what can they expect from Tito Time?
Well, that's a hard thing to say. They can expect Tito.
Yeah.
It's basically me. It's not the Jacksons. It's not Michael or Janet or anything like that. It's basically what Tito comes with. And one of my favorite songs on the album is a song entitled Get It, Baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's the very first track on the album. And of course, I like Cruising on My Way Home and One Way Street.
That's my favourite, One Way Street. It's
One
so
Way Street.
cool. It's so R&B.
It's a good record, too. So those are some of my favorites.
And 3T, we have to mention 3T.
Yeah, 3T, my three sons. They're coming out with a record next month entitled Fire.
Oh, wow. I'm the biggest 3T fan. Back in the day, I had 3T on my walls. I've told you about my feelings for Taryll. You didn't make that happen. You didn't.
Yeah.
You promised, but it never happened.
I can make it happen. But you have to go through Dad first.
Well, that's why I'm coming to you. But so 3T are bringing out a new album called Fire. I'm so excited about that. And then you've got Tito Time, and then the BB. We're in for a massive treat, basically. You've been working hard.
Yes, and
When does your family not work hard?
well, it's a good job. I like it very much because I have about 2 or 3 projects I'm constantly working on.
Yeah.
Whether it's Tito Time or the BB King or 3T or the Jacksons. It keeps me pretty busy.
Very busy. And the Jacksons, you celebrated 50 years last year, didn't you?
Yes. And we're going to be celebrating again because that 50-year anniversary was the time we started show business.
Yeah.
Of course, we have another 50 years coming up from 1969, the Motown years. Of
course.
Up to today.
There's going to be a celebration every year. If I was a Jackson, I would just celebrate every day. And you're playing some dates in the UK this summer, aren't you?
Yes, we're doing some dates in the UK, and I'm excited about that. And I was just trying to pull them up on my internet, but
I know
I
you've
didn't
got
bring
Oxford.
my glasses.
We have Oxford, Southampton, and
Here it is,
Edinburgh.
right here.
Edinburgh.
Yep, it's all right here.
So this summer, you've got 3 dates in the diary for the Jacksons in the UK.
Yes, we got Scott Fest as well.
Oh, wow.
We got Dublin and
Oxford and Edinburgh. Have you been to those places before?
Yes, I
Yeah?
have been.
Of course,
to a
you've been
few of them.
everywhere. What am I
Not
saying?
everywhere, but
Where would you like to go that you've not been yet?
to heaven.
Oh, don't say that, Tito.
I'm not in a hurry. But
Don't
that's-
scare me.
I'm
I
not in
couldn't
a
deal
hurry.
with that.
Not in a hurry, but that's the place I would like to end up eventually.
I'm sure that
Yes.
you will go to heaven.
And we're going to Detroit this year to do the Detroit Music Festival, which they are naming a street behind the Jackson 5. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
I love that.
So can we get you to introduce your favourite track from Tito Time for us right now?
Yes, this is my favorite track from my brand new album entitled Tito Time. This song is entitled Get It, Baby.